Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the NECA 2019 Godzilla from the film Godzilla King of the Monsters. Now before we get started, I know it's been a while since I've made one of these, so I do apologize if I come off a little rusty at times. Like I said, it's been quite a while since I've done a figure review. Most of these tend to be a little improv, like off the cuff, no script or anything. This is just me talking from the brain. So, here it goes. But before we take a look at the figure itself, why don't we examine the box just a little bit. Now some of you may be wondering, why would we take a look at a box? Well, for starters, this is a start of something NECA's just done recently, where they've been putting Godzilla figures in their Ultimate figure line, like box designs as far as that goes. And if you know NECA figures, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see, I really do dig the CG like model look on the front. Really gives you a nice little close-up of how Godzilla appears in the film. You know, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. You know, that film that you either loved or you didn't love. I kind of fall in between, so hey, it is what it is. But enough of the film, let's look at the box itself. Here it gives you a little information on Godzilla himself, as well as another profile shot. Hey look, it's Godzilla in case you didn't know. Then the back showcases the figure itself, as well as other figures in the line like Rodan, Mothra, and the Atomic Breath Godzilla. And unfortunately no King Ghidorah, because NECA says, nah y'all, you ain't getting that. Why would you want that? I mean, it's only Godzilla's arch nemesis in the film. Why should we make that? Nah. Spend over $200 for the Bandai figure. You wanna know why? Because you can go straight to hell, that's why. And then once again, just another profile shot up here, and just about everything you need to know over here as far as the figure itself. So yeah, as far as box designs go, I dig it. It's very simple, not over the top, and frankly, I'm just glad to see NECA's giving Godzilla the ultimate box treatment. I almost forgot. When you open the box, it gives you another profile shot of Godzilla, and of course the packaging where Godzilla comes in himself. Now, unlike a lot of the other Ultimate figures NECA's put out, Godzilla doesn't really come with accessories. Not this one, that is. There's other ones that have come out, like the one from King Kong vs. Godzilla and the Atomic Breath Godzilla, that come with Atomic Breath pieces. So, you can find those probably at your local Target. Same with this guy. But I would like to see Godzilla figures come with more accessories. Maybe just like little building parts or something. But for what it's worth, I do enjoy what I currently get. So, maybe I'm just asking a little bit too much on NECA's part. Plus, I understand how much of a pain it is to deal with Toho, so you can only get so much. So now let's take a look at the figure itself. As far as paint job goes, I dig it. It's not overly complex, and it's not too simple. It's right in the middle. It's just right, if you ask me. Although one thing I do not like are the way the teeth are colored on this figure, as well as the eyes. The eyes are just look. You can see exactly what I'm talking about. They're just very cartoony, and I'm not really a fan of that, especially for the NECA figures, because you would think they'd want to dive in and get the accuracy right, but I guess not. Whatever. I mean, when you compare this to like the 2014's eyes, which I'm sure I'll show you the figure here momentarily, it feels like 2014, whoever the person working on the paint was, had more time as opposed to this figure, where they're like, okay, you got a 3-hour deadline, we got to get this figure fast. We got to get it out on shelves. People are expecting this figure. You got to do it, man. You just gotta. But yeah, one thing I will give credit over is that over the 2014 figure, Godzilla's claws and such have a more vivid paint job, so to speak. And I also got to give credit to the sculpt, because the dorsal fins here look great. I have nothing but positives to say about this design. Maybe one of my favorite Godzilla designs to date. Also, one thing I do dig over the 2014 figure is that we don't have to worry about the wire tail, because look, this is actually articulated. We don't have to worry about the rubber and the wire potentially popping out of the rubber. Isn't that wonderful? See, NECA's only made advancements with this line, and I have nothing but appreciation for them for it. However, I will say, a lot of people have compared this, as far as like the sculpt goes for the figure, they've compared it a lot to the 2014 figure, and I can't lie, I definitely see it. It feels like they took the original CG model for that figure, because apparently that's what they did. They didn't actually sculpt it, they took the CG model and made a figure out of it. It feels like they took that same CG model Or maybe they just got one for this one as well and just made minor tweaks and adjustments that were needed, like for example the dorsal fins and just little details here and there. But overall, I like the figure a lot, but you can, as far as that goes, it's definitely something I noticed, whether that be the case or not. So here's the 2014 NECA figure alongside the 2019 NECA figure, and as you can see, there are striking resemblances as far as like the head sculpt, the way the arms are, the legs. The only minor difference in the legs is that the 2014 version has more of the elephant feet, whereas this one appears to have more traditional Godzilla-like feet, which, by the way, I don't understand Godzilla fans' foot fetishes. It's just very weird. Can we please move on from that? It's been over 5 years, please. Enough with the foot fetish crap. These two also have the same kind of articulation, where, you know, you got elbow joints here, you got wrist joints, arms, the neck and head move around, the waist moves. This guy, I think, can get up a little more because he's not as restricted with the dorsal fins, whereas he's got the bulky fins going on here. So just like the 2001 figure, you know, the GMK figure that NECA put out, this guy has a little trouble getting up, if you know what I mean. But as far as that goes, he's also got leg articulation in the knees, the thighs, the ankles. Everything moves on this guy the way you'd expect, especially with the tail. Like I mentioned, you don't have to worry about the wire, which this guy has. Honestly, it just works really well, and they've done nothing but made improvements, and like I said, I can't thank them enough. Now here's the SH Monster Arts 2014 Godzilla alongside the NECA 2019 figure, and I mainly did this for fun because I don't know if it's just me, but when you look at these two side to side, for whatever reason they do have a striking resemblance, which is actually really strange when you think about it, because the 2014 SH Monster Arts figure is kind of not as accurate as you'd expect it to be, because Tamashii Nations or whoever did not have the source material to work with to make a proper sculpt, so this is what we ended up with. Not that it's a bad sculpt, it's just not the most accurate as far as like how that Godzilla looks in the 2014 film when compared to this figure. But I don't know if it's just the paint jobs or what, but something about these two look very similar. And you also may be wondering, well, why didn't you pull out the SH Monster 2019 Godzilla figure and compare the two? Well, it's because I don't own it. Simple as that. I don't think I need to go into why, other than the fact that I've kind of just slowed down on collecting SH figures and Monster Arts figures for that matter. A bit expensive, and their QC, otherwise known as quality control, is a bit lackluster lately. And if you want an example of that, I did a review of the SH Monster Arts Gamera from the 1996 film Gamera Advent of Legion, and needless to say, he had some quality control problems. So if you're interested, check that video out. It should be in the upper right hand corner right about now. And that's about it for this figure. If I had to give this figure a rating, which, man, the rating system, I can't believe I forgot about that. But if I had to give this figure a rating, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. It's not perfect, but for what it is, it's really good. It has a few minor details that I don't really care for, like, for example, the paint job of the eyes and the teeth. But again, those are just minor things. If you're looking to get a 2019 Godzilla figure, and a good one, in fact, then I would say go for this one. He's very affordable at $25, sometimes $30, depending on where you go. I got this guy for $25 at my local FYE, but you can also find him at your local Target, or you can even check on eBay as far as like NECA shops considered, as well as Amazon. Really, you can find him anywhere online at this point because NECA's been pumping out these babies like there's no tomorrow. I wish they would do the same for a King Ghidorah figure because, hey, that would be nice. I'm not trying to spend over $200 friggin' on the SH Monster Arts figure, which will probably fall apart or just fall over because I need a frickin' stand to hold them up. But I digress. If you're looking to get a good 2019 figure, like I said, this is the way to go. Or you can settle on Jakks Pacific's figures, which, you know, they're meant for kids, but if that's your forte, then I don't see why not, because I actually own one myself. So, yeah, go for that. Or if not, just get this guy. He really looks well on your shelf. Trust me, I would know. I mean, after all, he is right there. Man, I am rambling, so I'm just going to finish this up. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Let me know what you guys think of the figure in the comments down below. Leave a like and subscribe. Turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out on any videos just like this one. And until next time, take care, everyone. I will see you all down the road.